Alright, so I made a prot video. I'm not the best prot warrior, but you can see my talents right here. The main things you want to be aware of is I did go with Insight, so Heroic Strike is going to be a rage dump. Generally, I use it following Spout Reflect or something, but I'll go over that in a second. Blood and Thunder is for any AoE situation and putting rend on everyone. It's really useful in group situations and whatnot. And for BGs, if you're prot, you're not really going to be trying to look for a 1v1 to win. Shield Specialization gives you 15 rage when you block and 60 when you spell reflect, which is a shitload and why I use the Insight the way I do. There's a talent that I'm missing. It takes 3 seconds off reflect, put your block on 30 seconds, and reduces your shield wall by like 3 minutes or something. I didn't take it, but there are talents I took that you might want to skip, or however you choose to do it, because this spec is not perfect. Safeguard reduces damage taken by your intervene target by 30%. It might be worthwhile, but I don't see me intervening to save someone's life in BGs. I might get it for Arena. The Thunderstruck one is 30%. The Thunderstruck one increases your shockwave damage by 30% if you stack it up 3 times after using Thunderclap. It might be worth dropping, same with Vigilance, but I just did this the way I did it. You don't have to copy me. Shield Block isn't 100% more damage, or 100% more damage absorbed by your blocks anymore. So it got nerfed, so reducing the cooldown on it might be worthwhile. Yeah. One of those talents increases your shield block damage or shield slam damage while shield block is active by 100%, which is really nice if you're going to try to go with Recklessness. That's a good time to use it, as well as force a Heroic Strike to proc the Insight so your next one crits, and then something like Devastate. Gag Order, that's your Heroic Strike and Shield Bash that silence the target for 3 seconds. It's really nice, and the way you use it really depends. If you go out and say you do it one way, you're going to get trolled the other, but if you say it the other way, you're still going to get trolled, because it's all situational. You can save the Shield Bash and use Heroic Throw to silence if you think they're going to cast. If you think you're going to break range, save your Heroic Throw. You can't really say one's going to take priority over the other. It's different healers. If it was a Paladin or something, I would probably go ahead and Heroic Throw first and save my Slam to try to get or Bash to try to get a Light for the 6 second. But if it's something like a Druid or a Shaman that's going to slow you or root you, you might want to save the Throw because they can range you easier. But that's just personal preference. Comboing your Last Stand, Enraged Regen, if you have an HP trinket, and all your things makes you survive longer, but blowing all those cooldowns at once means you're not going to have them if you need them again. So you need to be careful with them. I generally blow them all at once because there's no arena right now and I don't need to rotate cooldowns. It's just I don't want to die. And I can't always trust a healer to actually heal me, so I have to do it myself. Concussion Blow is the same as it was. It's a 5-second stun. It's basically the same as Throwdown, just 15 seconds shorter. Yeah, always use it before Shockwave if you're going for a single target lockdown, because its diminishing turns will take more off of it than Shockwave. Go over that in a second too. Bastion Defense is 6% reduced chance to be crit. For BGs, you might not actually want it. I like it though. 10% more damage. It's your enrage, so if you're not mitigating damage, you don't get enraged as Prot, but you could go with more damage and potentially skip it. I don't know what else you take. Warbringer is intercept and charge in any stance, and it is fucking amazing. You have to get that, honestly. Revenge damage is the same as it was. It's the talent, 60% more revenge damage. It's huge. Even if it's like a Warlock, you just get a pet on you, you get 1 block off, and you're going to take out a ton of the Warlock's health. Get it? It hits 2 targets now too, as well. Next one is Devastate. Devastate does 150% weapon damage, plus 900-ish from all of your Sunders being up. And if you use it on a target with less than 20% health, it'll give you a miniature Victory Rush, which will heal you for with my spec about 7% of your total health. If you kill them with those devastates, it'll give you your 30% if you glyph it, so it's worth taking. The next one is heavy repercussions, and when you pop your shield block, your shield slam does double damage. Sword and board increases your crit on devastate by 15%, and your devastates and revenge can reset your shield slam and make it free. Shockwave is your AoE stun. It's also used single target, and it does a fair bit of damage, but it's not more than anything else right now that I can tell. But you're definitely not skipping that talent. Blood Craze heals me for about 10% of my health. Actually more than that, because I spec field dressing because I don't like dying. I skipped the damage and just went for all utility in this. Took Blood Craze and field dressing, so it really heals me for about 13% of my total health, and my Victory Rushes heal me for more, and my Last Stand and Rage Regen heal me for more. That's pretty much it. When you play, you're almost always going to start, or want to start with your silences if you're on a healer, because they will come off diminishing returns pretty quickly. Your first is going to put it at about a 4 to 5 second silence, which then you want to use your concussion blow if you're on a single target, which will put you at another 5-second stun, into shockwave, which will put it at a 7 seconds because it's half. Then you can use your charge, which will be 1 second. That doesn't share diminishing returns with anything. You can do your intercept, but that'll still be 1 second as well, and it's a longer cooldown. So I'd save it, and it's a longer stun if you have to go off someone else on DR. Other than that, you have your fear, which will take 10 seconds. If they trinket any of these, you can blow your fear, because as long as you don't have Rend up, or you could just target someone else in fear and get them, it'll be 10 seconds, and it'll get all your DR off of generally most of your stuns and silences if you start with that same rotation again. You have tons of movement. Charge is only 15 seconds as Prot instead of 20. Intercept is still 25. Just always stay mobile. You don't want to get locked down. You don't want to have all of your stuff off cooldown. Intervene out of places. You can make someone take 30% less damage. And you can also use it to stop things like saps or kidneys, or if you're going to get polyed, it'll take their melee hit. But, like I said, I don't really see it being used in BGs like that, ever, because BGs aren't that coordinated. Vengeance is really stupid if it procs up. If you're fighting someone who hits really hard really quickly, take their burst, honestly, then blow your healing cooldowns, and you'll have somewhere between 4k and 5k attack power with my current HP. And that almost doubles it. I think that more than doubles it, and I just get massive hits after that. Your main damage thing is going to be your shield slam as your first, devastates and revenges when you can. Cleave and heroic strike, excess rage if you can. They are a bit of a rage dump, and I am fairly starved on rage other than spell reflex or shield block. But I'm using dark matter as my trinket. It's 250-ish attack power, which directly scales with my slam more than crit will, and its proc is about 15% crit. And I haven't unforged my mastery for crit, which I would recommend doing as Prot. Mastery is just more block, and it's more so PvE. I would keep the crit, but then I might use a different trinket. But I'm not going to reforge all my gear for 1 or 2 days of Prot BGs. Other than that, you just want to play around your teammates more. Let them get kills. Land the biggest shockwave you can. It's going to be the biggest utility. And then target a healer or a caster killing them, and make sure to lock them down, because you have your silences, and you can stun a melee DPS to keep off your healers. And as long as you have one other DPS or a healer with you and another DPS, you'll do great. But you're not going to top any meters, and you're not going to be the best person in the BG by any means.